What it do, peeps? Next, Flaujae Johnson talked about the transfer portal and a bunch of other stuff, and we got to get into it. What it do, peeps? It's the Beat Chef with Watch the Damn Tape. Hit that like, that share, that subscribe button. Hit that bell to get notified when I drop my next video. New subscribers, I hope you enjoy the show. Appreciate you for watching. Old subscribers, thank you for helping me build this platform and push this content out. Let's get right into it. Flaujae talked about a bunch of stuff. She reflected on the tournament. She talked about the WNBA draft. Players that helped themselves out going into the draft, like Hailey Van Lith and Anissa Morrow, and you know, talked about a mental reset that she's gonna have, that she's going through right now after the tournament. She reflected on the tournament, and then she started talking about, you know, a little bit about business, and she talked about, you know, seeing her commercial and people tagging her about the commercial and the money that she's making and the bags that she's getting and building her brand. But then she talked about the portal. And when she talked about the portal, she really caught my attention. Because first she said the portal was getting crazy, which it is. And then she started talking about freshmen wanting money before they stepped on the court. Which let me know Aaliyah Chavez had came there and had some demands, and LSU wasn't willing to meet those demands. That let me know right there that's what that was about. But then she started talking about all the freshmen jumping in the portal and how they shouldn't chase the money. And that caught my eye when she said that, because a few minutes before that, and I'll link because her video's only like 26 minutes, it's way too long to play. I'll leave a link in the description to her video. But she had just mentioned about how much money she was getting. And now she's telling other students, not to chase the bag, not to chase the money. And there was a lot of double talk, which is normal. I mean, she's young. But it was interesting that she was telling others not to do that, but she's doing it. And she's one of the facilitators. And she even said she's probably the first NIL player to be on a national commercial and be a rapper and so on and so forth, which she probably is. But she's the model that a lot of the student athletes are looking at, how to maximize their window in college. Flaujae is a prime example. And then she started talking about, you know, she mentioned Jada Williams, who was at Arizona and now is at Iowa State. And she mentioned Olivia Miles. And she said she was surprised Olivia Miles went to TCU. And then she said, the first thing she said, they must got paper. And then she paused for a second. And she said, I really like their coach. Let me stop and tell you about their coach. I really like their coach. I like his confidence. She was glowing praise for Mark Campbell, rightfully so. And she said he was an excellent coach, which he is. And she had already mentioned that she wasn't going, in this video, she mentioned that she wasn't leaving LSU. She wanted to graduate from LSU and she was coming back. It's already too late for her to enroll in the WNBA draft. So she already mentioned that the CBA, I mean, she's a real smart woman. The CBA, more money next year, so it was a natural. Plus, she'll be a higher pick. Could be the first overall pick next year when she graduates. But the thing that really caught me, another thing that caught me, is she talked about Kate Koval coming. And she hadn't really seen Kate Koval play, but she remembered Kate Koval for when Kate Koval came on a recruiting visit to LSU before she ultimately decided to pick Notre Dame. The one thing that really got me, and it raised the eye, is the TCU thing. And today, as I'm watching, before I started recording this video, I just jumped on Instagram and I saw a bunch of people reposting this message. And if you watch the video from Flaujae, this was 2 days ago. No, this was actually a day ago that this video came out where she talked about not transferring and graduating from LSU. Well, she leaves a cryptic farewell on Instagram. Here it goes. Now, that doesn't sound like a person. Maybe it's a market employee, because she did say in the video that she was going to have some tours coming up, and she was going out. She was going to start touring with a big name rapper, and she was going to have her own little mini tour. But the thank you LSU for all you've done, and it sounds like a goodbye, and it caught people off guard, even in the comments, because people were arguing, saying, "Hey, well, man, did you see her podcast? She said this. Now she's saying this." When go back and watch the video and watch the video, and she edited the video when she was talking about TCU, that money, and Mark Campbell. You can see where it's spliced. It wouldn't surprise me if Flau'Jae Johnson announces she's got plenty of time. The portal's open. The portal opens and closes, ends on the 22nd of April. So you can jump in the portal. You can see. Basically, this portal is basically illegal tampering. Every team, every coach is talking to players. Today they just saw the Tennessee Volunteers got rid of their, basically letting their quarterback walk because he was sneaking around and trying to solicit feelers for other teams. And the coach of Oregon, Dan Lanning, ratted on him to Josh Heupel. So there's tampering going on. So now we know there's tampering going on everywhere. So you can jump in the portal and you can put a no contact, but that doesn't mean the players are not contacted. Don't be surprised if either LSU gets some freshmen or get some of these star players, might get Malaysia Fulwale. That might be the big announcement that Flau'Jae is talking about. Or it could be that Flau'Jae is going to end up at TCU with the super point guard their senior years, their last year in college, I should say, and she ends up at TCU with Olivia Miles. It wouldn't surprise me. You can leave nothing up to chance in this portal and with these kids and the money. If you watch the video of Flau'Jae, one hand she's saying, y'all don't chase the money. And on the next hand, she's chasing money. And she's talking about building brand. You can't have it both ways. You're either building your brand and chasing money, because building your brand is chasing money. Period. So you can't say on one hand, don't chase money. Y'all don't chase money. Meanwhile, on the other hand, I'm chasing money.
All right, boom. Let's talk about the transfer portal. All right, y'all. It's going crazy right now. The transfer portal is so scary because, this is a place where a lot of people could go in, but a lot of people won't come out, or to where they think they're going at. Man, I have been hearing some crazy numbers of players who want these NIL collectives, right? And they ain't put in no time yet. Like, it's crazy. Like, the freshmen coming in asking for what? Like, you know what I'm saying? Asking for crazy numbers. The transfer is asking for crazy numbers. But just know, bro, if you're not training your kid to go to college in this era, you're crazy. Like, it's bags out here. But at the end of the day, I don't think you should chase the money. I think you should chase the college that's the best for you. I don't think you should chase the money, because you'll never go right chasing the money. But you got to chase after your dream and your destiny and what feel good. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, bro, this NIL stuff is going crazy, bro. Like, I've seen some crazy stuff. A lot of top players in the portal. People committing really quick, really early. People got a lot of do not contact, so you can't even contact them if, you know what I'm saying, if they're in the portal, they probably already talking to a school. So All right, any surprises or transfers that shook things up? Yeah, I was surprised about the whole dang near Notre Dame team leaving. That was crazy. I was like, why is everybody leaving? Where is y'all going? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what? Nobody's talking about that. I want to know what's going on. Because I would not expect the Olivia Miles to get gone, bro. That was a cold duo. Trio. Hand Hidalgo, Olivia Miles, Neil Ivy, seen her on the commercials. Citron, all of them they cold. But I think they graduated. I don't know. Either way, like a lot of people was transferring. And so I didn't expect her to go to TCU though. That was crazy. TCU must be throwing that back because back to back top transfers. I like it. I really like it. And I like that coach. I'm gonna sit here and say that right now. Like I'm still a fan of basketball, so but I like that coach. Like he give me good vibes. Like you know what I'm saying? I feel like he's real confident. Like he encourages players. I feel like he's a good coach, I would say.
No, it don't work that way. These kids are chasing money. This game is forever changed. But I just thought that was an interesting dynamic. The video was great. I mean, the whole video, she talked about the tournament and everything and getting her mental reset and how wild it was. It's a good video. It was only 26 minutes. But the transport portal, because she went from talking about money to the transport portal, and even in the conversation about the transport portal, she would go about the money. She'd talk about the money. Then she'd talk about follow, go to the best fit, the best school. No, those days are over. Those days are over. The number one thing now in college is endorsement money. These are professional athletes at this point. But I still love Flaujae, but she was talking out of both sides of her mouth in this video. You let me know what you guys think. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong, but let me know what you guys think. Leave your comments below. Until next time, peace.